Hi everyone, welcome back to this channel of crafting, crochet and knitting. My name is Nikki. How are you guys doing? As always, let me know by leaving a comment down below. I am not doing the best because this is about the 6th recording of this video that I've tried to make. The most recent interesting interruption was somebody decided to start yelling up and down the street outside. I don't even know. So they've gone now. Let's see if we can actually do this recording for you guys. As you can see, the toys are back behind me. So today is another toy related video. Basically, as I was starting my channel, I would be putting the toys out behind me anytime I was going to do a video talking about toys. And I would be usually, showing you a completed toy that I would be able to add to the sofa. However, I naturally got to the point where there was no more room up there, and I started putting things on the cushions either side of me, and then there was no more room on those, and so now we are at the point where I can only actually really get a couple of toys out at a time to display for you. So yeah, that will be what will be happening from now on. So we do have toys to talk about. I had really hoped to be in a better position crafting wise by the time I got to making this video, but please forgive me, I've kind of had the fallout from my Viva exam to deal with, and then I've had my job start, so everything has been quite busy, and I just wanted to make sure that I did make a video this week and not just take more time off. And I do have something to show you, even if it's not a finished object. So yeah, I have been working on the zebra toy, which is the one that you guys voted for me to finish next. So I did want to show that I am doing that. I haven't forgotten. It's just been taking a bit of time. And then I have a toy that I was going to keep as a bit of a surprise. So Baby Yoda up there, I originally didn't actually tell you guys that I was making. I just revealed it in a video one day. And I had another plan for another creation that I was just going to keep a secret. But I've hit a bit of a struggle with it, and it's not nearly as complete as I would hope. Like, it's barely begun because I keep having to frogging it back and try and work out how I'm going to sort out what I'm working on. So I thought I would give you a bit of a sneak peek and show you what I was struggling with and why I was struggling with it. So yeah, let's start with the zebra because that's the one you all want to see. So here is the zebra's head. I went with safety eyes with the zebra design because usually I would embroider an eye in black yarn, and because black yarn is, funnily enough, a major feature of this zebra pattern, I didn't think they would stand out. So the fact that they have that little bit of shine on them, I thought would be better. It's got this cute little nose, and there are the ears. Now, the work I have to do on the head is the mane, so kind of like a horse mane down the back of the head there, but that is going to take so much fiddly faffing around with strands of yarn, like teeny tiny bits like this, that I haven't been able to rally myself up for that task yet. So I do still have the mane to make, but the fact that I haven't put that on yet means I can show you that the stripes are all around. So you can kind of see a line here and a line here where I have been trying my new technique, because I don't really want to have to cut my yarn every time I get to the end of a stripe. So what I do instead is I do work in like rows in the round. So I do chain one to begin a row and then slip stitch to finish it, and then chain one and go around again. But I don't cut the yarn off. I just hold the loop really loosely behind the work and then pick it back up again for the next row really loosely. But you can see a little bit of where the joins are. I deliberately did the black trail and the white trail in a different part of the circle just to kind of hide it a little bit. So yeah, that is the zebra head. And then zebra does have a body. There's the body. So if I spin it around, you can probably see where the gaps are. I think there's one there somewhere. I think the other one is under here. So I will keep those at the back, but again, it's not too obvious unless you're really looking for join. So yeah, I feel happy with that. I worked out this method when I was playing around with the stripy yellow and green teddy bear in a previous episode. I will try and show you a picture of that on screen if I remember. And that was just a bit of a play around because I tried 2 previous methods with the frog and the bunny patterns. So with the frog, I literally just ignored it completely and I just did it in the round. But you end up with this sort of like spiral where the starting stitch trails around. So I had to hide that at the back of the legs and the arms of the frog. And then I tried to finish a row around with the rabbit, but I forgot to kind of chain up to start the next one, I think it was, and so those stitches were also trailing, so again I had to hide that behind the rabbit. But you can see now that with the stripy yellow and green teddy bear and now with the zebra that I have worked out how to do it in a way that doesn't involve cutting and weaving in all the ends. And then we do actually have 2 arms or legs and 2 legs or arms. I'm not quite sure which way around these are because I've made them, but they're the same number of rows, which is not usual for the Snuggle and Playbook. So the reindeer behind me here, the reindeer was made out of the Snuggle and Playbook, and most creatures are like the reindeer in that you can see the arms are longer than the legs, so you can really obviously pick out which are the little stumpy legs, just so on, and then which are the arms. For some reason, the zebra pattern is the only one in the book where the arms and legs are the same length. So I'm not sure. I've paired them off like this because one feels like there are fewer stitches in the final round. I have to count them, but it's black yarn, so it's difficult to count in this light. So one just feels like it's actually got a smaller opening, and so if I go back into my book, I can just double check if the pattern did have less stitches on the final round for either the legs or arms, and then I can work out which one is which. So yeah. And the other thing that I can't really show you, or maybe if I put it really close to the camera, no, it's not visible. There's a little, I'm going to stick my finger through it, there's a little black strand there, so that when I stuff the leg / arm, there will be a visible hoof. But you can't really see it on the video, so I'm really sorry about that. So yes, that is the limbs, the body, the head all sorted. It's just things like putting it all together and adding that detail, so the mane but also a little tail as well, very similar to the giraffe's tail. Yes, I don't know whether to do the mane before I put everything together though. I think that might be easiest, actually, to do the mane whilst I just have the head to deal with and then to sew everything together. So I might do it like that. But that is the progress on the zebra. And then very quickly, I'm just going to show you what I've been making I'm trying to make my own design up for this, but based off of another design. So very similar to the pattern that I based Yoda off of. So it makes a little head which is already attached into the body, and then into the feet as well. So you only have to do details, so ears, noses, anything like that, and the arms. So it's a nice little pattern to do because there's less sewing, but I'm having some difficulty. So let's show you. I think I did already reveal that it is a blue creature. Some description. That could be a bit of a giveaway. And there are 3 different blues. There is a really dark blue, a mid blue, and then a light blue. And so the light blue is kind of like meant to go down the front of his like muzzle area and then into the belly. And then the dark patches I'm going to do separately and add them, sew them onto the back. So that is a bit of a hint. But the problem that I'm having is that there's not a lot of muzzle space because the nose is above the pale blue, and I've got to decrease at this point, and I'm finding that the decreasing edge on each side here isn't lined up. So I mentioned very briefly when talking about the zebra that the starting stitch of a row trails around the work, and this is not obvious when you're using one colour, but when you're using two colours in the same row it is being quite obvious. And so I've done the sort of the 3 rows after this several times now, trying to decrease it in different places, and it's really difficult, so I'm not sure what to do about that. It's a pain. So that is what I've done, and then I have done some sort of facial, so I've done little arms ready, and I've done some facial features. So I've got a nose and I've got some eyes. So maybe if I put these on it'll be really obvious what this creature is going to be. So it looks really weird like this, but there's the eyes and that will be the nose. So so yes, that's what I'm working on at the moment. And if you can guess, then go on, drop it down in the comments down below. Let me know what you think it is that I'm making. So yeah, I'm just going to leave it there really. I've got some other projects in the works, but again, they're ones I'm trying to keep a little bit of a surprise on, so I don't want to show them just yet. I've gotten to the interesting colour work part of one of those projects, so I just need to find some time to sit down and work through the graphs, and then I'll be showing you what I have made. Hopefully, if I don't run out of yarn. I'm getting quite concerned about running out of yarn. But yeah, so hopefully soon I can show you the completed zebra. Hopefully soon I can find some time to work on the blue creature and my other projects and show you them pretty soon. So yeah, I will see you in the next video. Bye!